Hello there, brothers and sisters of the Blitz universe. Welcome back to the channel, and today we're gonna talk about the Cromwell B, as known as Cromwell Berlin or Bromwell or many names. Uh, what can we say about this tank? It's basically a Cromwell with a greater gun depression. Don't get me wrong now, the basic Cromwell is a great tank, very mobile one. It almost feels like a light tank in disguise of a medium, and it's a great rammer. But this one, I mean, the Cromwell B, it's a beauty. It has 12 degrees of gun depression, which makes it a great reach fighter. Um, what's the similar tech tree tank? It's a Comet, but Comet has better turret armor, a bit lower turret, which it's even harder to pan and to hit. But still, the Cromwell B is a great tank. If you've seen the Mastery series, then you should know how to play this tank, because there were two games. One was quite interesting, and the other one just showed the perfect use of Cromwell B. They both show it, but the second one was, or the first one, I don't really remember it now, showed the positions best for this tank, and it's best to go up hills and just shoot behind the hill, because you have lots and lots of gun depression. So it's a pick-a-boom tank, typical pick-a-boom tank, which can really make some trouble to the Reds. Let's go through the stats briefly, then we're gonna look at the equipment and provisions, then we're gonna go for the gameplay. We're gonna go briefly through stats, because if you don't have these tanks and you're wondering if to get it or not, it's good to know what's in. Okay, so 960 hit points, 76 millimeters of armor on the front of the turret. As I told you, with extra 4%, it gives you even better chance of bouncing shots. 63 on sides and 57 on rear, and a hole is 63 on front, 42 on sides, and 31 on rear. Basically, it doesn't have much of an armor. It can bounce from time to time, but I wouldn't count on bounces in the tank. More of in mobility and just the gun depression. Okay, view range is 290.4 meters using optics. As you can see, it has quite nice camo for medium tank. While moving, 37, while stationary, 43, upon firing while stationary, 11. The light tanks have better camo, but we're gonna talk about the camo itself in another episode, probably in the series. Just the probably in the coaching series, so we're gonna talk about it later. Okay, so for the DPM, I'm using gun rammer, so it's 2000 DPM, quite nice for a medium tier 6. Reload time is 4.8 seconds, so real nice. Average penetration is 145 on AP, 202 on APCR, and 38 on HE. Average damage is 160 on AP, 135 on APCR, and 200 on HE. Aiming time is 3.99, so isn't the greatest, but it can do the trick. The tier 6 isn't the place when you can find the greatest gun ever, so it's quite nice for tier 6. Dispersion 0.326, not the greatest, not the worst. It's in the middle, but it's quite nice. Really, it feels quite good. Depression elevation. Oh, I made a mistake here. It has 13 degrees of gun depression, so even better. It has more depression than the Comet. Interesting. Okay, as it comes for elevation, 20 degrees. Not best, but good. Top speed, as you can see, 64 kilometers per hour going forward. So Some light tanks are slower than this medium. 20 on reverse, average speed is 41, power to weight ratio is 25.5, it goes to speed quite well. Third traverse speed is 58.32, which is great. Hot traverse speed with enhanced maneuverability, it's 66.82. So as it comes for provisions, I use multipurpose restoration pack, repair kit, and adrenaline. For provisions, I use pudding and tea, black tea, and improved fuel. As for ammunition, I'm basically loading my AP. Even though this tank doesn't have a greatest penetration, but it's mobile enough to flank and really do some good stuff. So I'm not using APCR, like a prime ammunition, a lot. Basically, I'm not using it at all. Sometimes I just need it when I'm facing like a tier 7 heavy tank like a Black Prince, where it's really hard to pan even from the sides when he's angled. So that's when I use this Primo. Otherwise, I'm just using AP not to just lose my DPM instead of penetration. But as it comes for HE, I'm like carrying 4 rounds of HE, but it's basically for decapping base or just disturbing the reds, because otherwise the penetration, as you can see, on HE is 36 to 40, so it's not great for a tier 4. Even if you get the back of a tank, it's gonna be hard to pan. So basically, it's not worth using this type of ammunition, like more than 4 shells, in my opinion. As for equipment, I'm using, as you can see, I'm using gun rammer. As I told you, the penetration isn't great, but mobility is great, so no need to just face the enemies frontally all the time. You can easily flank. As it comes for calibrated shells, as you can see, it goes a bit up, but still not much. So I think the DPM is more important in the tank than the penetration values. Okay, also using enhanced gun length drive and vertical stabilizer. Like I told you, it's a very mobile tank. You can peekaboo in it. It has a nice DPM, nice gun depression, so you're shooting on the move, and that's why it's better, in my opinion, to take those two instead of supercharged and a refined gun. Okay, as it comes for vitality, I'm using improved modules. As I told you, this tank can really ram, so it's really nice to have some bonus to the tracks. And also it gives you a better ammo rack durability and a fuel tank durability, which is also nice because when you're flanking you can get shot. So yeah, basically I'm using this. Enhanced armor, why? It doesn't have much of an armor, but still can bounce on a turret, and you should be just showing your turret to the enemy, so that's why I'm using enhanced armor to get a lucky bounce from time to time, and it surprisingly it quite works. So you can choose if you prefer more 60 HP more, then you can use the improved assembly. I don't think it's worth it. That's why I'm just using enhanced armor. I'm using also a toolbox, improved optics, improved control. It's quite interesting, you know. Most of the people will probably choose the engine accelerator, but this tank is fast enough that it's not that, let's say, the hull traverse isn't that great at without improved control. That's why I'm using improved control. As you can see, it's almost 67 degrees per second, and it gives you a great mobility, great turning while on the move, and I feel it better with improved control. And of course, hand consumables. I'm using adrenaline, so on every tank that I'm using adrenaline on, I'm using also a hand consumables. Without adrenaline, I would choose the consumable delivery system. So if you're not using adrenaline, A consumable delivery system would be better because it just boosts your reload time, not the reload time, just cooldown time of all the consumables. Hey, and I forgot to mention the camo. The camo looks really, really nice. The Berlin camo, it's one of the best. I think it's one of my favorites. Let's say it's one of my favorites in in the game. It has it's quite toned. It doesn't just shout, but still has nice add-ons like the tanks here, as you can see, the fuel tanks, and spare wheel, spare drive wheel, some medikits, I think, some boxes on the sides and on the rear, and really, really nice one. And okay, now we're gonna go and watch the gameplay. See you later. Okay, so the first game is from me on Copperfield. This map is really great for the medium tank, especially for the Cromwell, because even if you go to the heavy route like A cap, you will have a nice place to use your gun depression. On this side also you have nice spots for using gun depression, which is also great for this tank. But we were pushing quite hard here. I know there are many mats on the red team, so probably we're gonna see them, most of them here. We can't use gun depression here, but still we can use our nice gun. And we're just holding here, spotting for our team, which is at the back. One shot the Stug. It went in, so all well and good. And we're just now trying to get some shots. Even though we're taking damage, we are still spotting for our team, so it's all good. Now the Reds are just standing, and there's a Talk to on the other side, which is attacking me. That's why I need to cover from him, and that's the place when I'm using the gun depression. He can't see us by now, so it's all good. As you can see, we're losing on tanks. It's 6 against 7 right now. This shot went to the ground, but still we're gonna manage to put some more shots into the Talk. This tank has so a lot of HP. It's great to just farm damage on it. And we're still just helping our heavies on the other side by draining the Talk's health. And we're still keeping the Reds on this side. So it's all good. It's 6 on 6 right now. Reds are not pushing, so everything is good. The Panzer 4 made a mistake here. And he just lets me just shoot through him. I don't know why he's not moving, and he moved just for me to hit his track. But still, there's an AMX. They're not pushing, they're not moving. So I knew there was an AMX, and there's our Hellcat. I just want Hellcat to survive. So I'm gonna just go around and push on this AMX. Just finish him off. And then we're gonna move on. There's an E5 T-34, but I leave him. I know there's a tank over here. There it is, the VK. We're gonna just attack the VK. Unfortunately, we missed that shot, but nothing really wrong with that. We're just using this wreckage of a Stug to get some bounces and to protect our tank, because the VK has better alpha damage than we have, and we still were able to clear him. So 2,437 damage. Nice one. It's a great position, by the way, for this tank where I've been. So if you can use it, you can use it a lot. So the first class, high caliber, Confederate for shooting so many tanks at the same time. We also have a master gunner for penetrations, at least 10 penetrations in a row. With this tank, it's quite a deal sometimes. But still, we made 56.5 thousand credits on the premium account. Destroyed 2 enemies. Top damage 995 XP, which gave us the first class. So it's just above 1000 to get a mastery, so not really bad. But in tier 6, making more than 1000 XP takes some skill, especially in this tank. Just don't get me wrong, this tank isn't OP. If you'll skill enough, it will do the work. If you're not using it correctly, it's soaking damage terribly. So we'll go to the garage very fast. Okay, so we have a mastery from Feral and his Cromwell B. Let's just watch it, and we're gonna talk a bit about the techniques this tank prefers. As you can see, he's going middle, and that's the perfect position for the Cromwell B because of the gun depression and speed, so he can spot early on and also shoot targets when they will show up. As you can see, there's VK. Look how he's gonna aim, like how low this gun goes, and it goes really low. He's standing behind and he can easily shoot without exposing. As you can see, first shot, I think he had hit the track, probably. That's why he didn't do any damage. And they're in the perfect position to shoot. He overextended here a bit. That's why VK had a shot on him. But still, a well played game. As I told you, the mobility of the tank is great. You can see how fast he goes through that hill and behind for the SP1C. Straight on. The SP1C has one in the barrel and he missed his shot. And now the Cromwell B can easily out DPM him. So he's using the rock to hide from the enemy. This SP1C doesn't pay attention and doesn't aim, so he gets without any risk of injury. The Tiger 1 is probably AFK, and he was able to clear it. Tiger P is facing him backwards, so he can easily get him. And nice, he's on the back of the Reds, and the KV3 is sideways, so it's quite easy to penetrate even for the tier 6 Cromwell. And now basically the enemy doesn't know what to do because the greens are all around. His teammate Visceral is in the middle still, so he's giving him covering fire, a crossfire, so which is really great. The main threat here is VK28 because it's mobile enough, it has nice DPM, quite nice armor for a light tank, and the VK3001 isn't really a threat right now. Because even though it has nice armor, the Cromwell can quite easily pen him. Now the greens are beginning to push. He decided to go full flank, and it was really good decision. He cleared the KV3, and now they moving on. He got spotted, so he just resets the camo, gets some shots using the gun depression. As you can see, he's using most of the time he's using his gun depression, which is really a good thing to do in this tank because you're not exposing your tank for enemy fire. As you can see, still second shot, it went good, and now he's just pushing forward, going around easy 8, which is a good idea because when the easy 8 will go hull down, it's also quite hard to pen. But he wasn't expecting him there. Just look how fast this tank goes and how good is the gun depression. It's really nice. And the third kill for our amigo here, and he's pushing for the VK, the last one, but he didn't just be able to do any damage. Still a very nice battle, nice use of gun depression, nice use of mobility. So an ace, of course, a high caliber, lava sheetus metal, all the goodies here. 3,201 damage, and it also earns nice credits. As you can see, 69, over 69,000 credits, which is really nice for a tier 6. Really nice. 3 killed enemies. As you can see, top XP 1,231. So really nice one. It's hard. It's quite hard to master Cromwell B because of the how many good players play this tank, because it's really nice. At tier 6 is a beast. Even if you're facing tier 7, it can really stand up, as you could see in this battle. You're gonna see at the credits, it was with the premium account, but still, without the premium, you will still get 40k. Another battle is Supremacy on Faust. I'm tuning with my amigo and Climate Feral here. Both of us using Cromwell B. And we're gonna push A because it's a perfect spot for the Cromwell B to shine. As I told you, you should use gun depression as much as you can. And that's what we're gonna do here. We're gonna see how low the gun goes. You can see right now, I can just... There's literally no way I could miss a shot while only depending on my gun depression. As you can see, the whole tank is hidden. We're just showing the turret to get some shots. The Schmalturm isn't the easiest target for us, so we're gonna just sit here for a while. There's a Cromwell on the side, on the middle, but he's below my line of sight, so I can't really do nothing to him. But there's an MT-25. My amigo is rushed for the MT, and we're just gonna try to clear the Panzer 4S, and we're gonna ram him. So first kill for us. And there's a Cromwell, one shot, and our friend clears him out. So it's already 4 and 7. Everything is looking nice. We're just losing on cap points, but it's gonna doesn't really matter, because if you see, we have only one base capped, but we are winning on cap points because we already took 3 of 7 enemies. I was trying to aim at the hatch of this KV-1S, but he just was baiting out, and we're just gonna push here and get some help, give some help to our amigo who've pushed already on the red team. We're gonna cap the base at the same time, shoot some at the KV-1S. The lower plate is quite easy to pan, but he's doing quite a good job there. And now I told him to just hold position there so I can flank. As I told you, this tank is really mobile. As you can see, I'm going 40 kilometers per hour. I can shoot the SU-100. He gave me one shot, but I'll be able to clear him. And now it's all about the KV-1S, who's not paying attention to us, but our amigo. And we cleared him also for our 3rd kill, which brings us to the Firefly and tank destroyer. What is it? Su-85, so tier 5 tank destroyer, somewhere at the back. As we can see now, there's a Su, there's a Sherman Firefly. We're trying to get some shots here. You can see the gun depression. It's really great. Unfortunately, we're gonna miss this one. Now we're gonna pet him, and he's on a 29 HP only. And we still look where we are, and still have shots on the Su-85. It's really, the gun depression is really amazing. This tank is all about the gun depression. Believe me, just mobility and gun depression. The Sherman wanted to clear us. Unfortunately, Su was able to clear us, but still we managed to do 4 kills, 1,262 damage, cap base C, and we're just winning on points now. So otherwise, still we're gonna win. Our Panzer 4G left, but he's just alone, and I don't know why, but he's pushing on the SU just before we're gonna win on points. Fortunately for us, he's too slow to engage him, and we're gonna just win this game on points. And yeah, that's the end of the game. We died, but still we did some nice job here, and this game shows the gun depression, so I decided to show you this game. So still we got a second class Top Gun, 4 kills, 1262 damage, and 37, almost 37,000 credits earned, 816 XP, base XP. Okay, so another game is Encounter on Winter Malinovka, and we're gonna push the med side. Still we have raid gun depression. I'm gonna tell it in every video. The gun depression is the key to this tank, and we just got here for the spotting position. We're gonna try to spot some rats here. We got a team behind us, just trying to find out if is there any target available here. There's a T-34. By the way, you can see we are bottom tier here. There are 2 tier 7s. One of them is in front of us right now, the T-34-1, and there's a Firefly which we can pan. As you can see, we weren't spotted for a very long time. And now look where we are and how we can shoot. We are just hiding, and still we're shooting targets without exposing our tank to enemy fire. Look where we are. We are just behind a steep hill, and we still can provide fire, which is really great. We can see there's a Firefly over there. He can spot me because there was no bush in front. And we're still hiding our tank, as you can see, behind this ridge, behind this hill. So the reds on left can't shoot us, the one on the right can't shoot us, and we just can do some support fire. I was willing to take the shot really to get rid of in case ARL. ARL is a really nice heavy tank for a tier 6. So we are trying to clear him out. Our team managed to do it. There's an SU here. We're gonna shoot him, still securing ourselves from the one flank and from the other flank. The Firefly wants to get us, so we're just hiding here. There's a T-34, which is really good. When we are in Cromwell, he can easily pen us and do some decent damage, so we're trying to at least clear one. We got shot again from the T-34. He's doing a great job there, just supporting the crossfire for his team. And now we're gonna decide to flank a bit. We need to clear this T-34, otherwise we're gonna be in trouble. We managed to hit him once. He's not interested in us, and we're gonna clear him for our first kill. And then we can proceed and try to clear this SU. He's backing up, trying to hit us, but we are just hiding behind the hill. Well, look where we are. Just look where we are, and we still can do some decent damage from here. The 2 GFT is a great TD with 122mm gun. I don't really want to face him. We're going up the hill here. And now we're gonna rush in. Unfortunately, we can't take a shot from him, but he's a one-shot now. And he doesn't have a turret. He wasn't expecting me. So I just used it. And now it's 3-on-1, and we already on 2 kills. And now we're just going for the KV-2, which it can just devastate our light and the medium tank. But if 3 of us will go uh, and attack him, it's gonna be okay. As you can see, we're very mobile, so we can go around. He's trying to get us, he's watching us. I will just wait uh, till he gets attention on our other tank, and as long as he's not looking at me, we're gonna just punish him. And we cleared the KV2. We're on 1870 damage, which is nice. 2 kills. Really nothing spectacular, but still quite a good game showing how to use this tank correctly. So 1870 damage, 40, almost 41,000 credits earned, 2 destroyed targets. Second class, Confederate medal, Levashitos medal for destroying 2 tanks in a medium tank. Okay, and they are both upper tier. That's why we got this medal, and 839 XP dealt. As you can see, we were the bottom tier. Still, we made the top damage in this game. Okay, so the last game will be on the Middleburg. I'm tuning with my clanmate Killerbird here. We're going up. As usual for this tank, I prefer to use the med flanks. Not always, but usually I do. And here's the nice mountain here. We're gonna spot some enemies here. And look on the gun depression, we just can shoot like everyone. We are bottom tier here. We got spotted. Oh, no, wait, we didn't. Yeah, we got. So now we're gonna be a bit cautious with the bottom tier. We don't need to push. There's really no need to push. We're just gonna use our gun depression and just look for the targets. The Helsing is behind. We can't get him, so we're pushing a bit forward. There's a E5. We're gonna just bounce a shot. We're angled very severely. That's why we bounced this shot. Now we're gonna just wait here. We got a VK3001D, which we're gonna clear quite easily. He's on low HP right now. One more shot and he's out. Unfortunately, he was able to shoot us. But still, we have a hypes of hit points. So we're gonna take out this Firefly and the VK3001P. We're running adrenaline. Many targets to shoot at. Why not? And one more in the VK. He was moving, so we had the better chance that he wouldn't pen us. We bounced from the Firefly and now we're moving on his back, trying to clear him. And we weren't able to clear him, but we're gonna be able to clear this VK. And now it's 6 on 4, or 4 enemies are here. We're gonna have some nice side shot. I made a mistake here. I could choose the T29 and just hit the T29. It would be better. But still, we got a back of the KV-1S. Really bad shot from me. And the KV-1S is turning. Unfortunately, he turns enough just to create the bounce zone for us, not the bounce zone. And we are just trying to keep him steady. Unfortunately, we just not just penning him. The gun is a bit trolly. Sometimes you really hit such an incredible shots on the move, and sometimes you can't hit when fully aimed. It's really wondering thing for me. And now only KV2 left. We are trying to flank, but unfortunately before we get here, the Cromwell takes him out. Still a quite nice battle. 1518, 15 damage, 36,000 credits earned, 3 kills, third class. We did 816 XP, base XP. And that's all for this episode. So if you want to subscribe, please do. You will help me a lot. That I know you appreciate my materials, and that keeps me on and making more and even more interesting for you guys. If you want me to make a review on your tank, you want your favorite tank, or know my opinion on any tank, just uh, go straight to the comments and write me what tank you want me to go next or review next. If you want to join my Discord, I will leave a link in the description. If you want to send me your replays, please do on my Discord, because it's the only way I can receive your replays and put them into my videos. So that's all for today. Take care, bye bye, and catch you all on the battlefield.